What's up, guys? It's Mike Xaoc here, back with another New Music Monday. And today I'm going to be talking about It Is What It Is by Thundercat. Foremost Suicidal Tendencies member, Thundercat is a legendary bassist and songwriter who has made a name for himself through his solo work, now publishing 4 full-length LPs with It Is What It Is. But he's also known for some of his contributions with some of the biggest names in hip-hop and R&B, from Flying Lotus to Kendrick Lamar to Mac Miller. In fact, in 2016, he even won a Grammy for his performance on Kendrick's These Walls from To Pimp a Butterfly. Beyond his collaborations, Thundercat writes and sings on his own records, drawing inspirations from 70s jazz, electro-funk, and soul music. He takes these inspirations and redefines it by blending it with aspects of contemporary life, such as singing about video games, anime, and social media. Thundercat also tends to deliver a humorous and somewhat sarcastic tone in his music, and this trend continues on It Is What It Is. I mean, there's a track called Dragon Ball Do-Rag where he literally tries to seduce a woman by impressing her with his Dragon Ball Z do-rag, and some of the lyrics are just ridiculous. The sound overall stays pretty consistent with Thundercat's prior work as he continues to deliver some jaw-dropping bass lines mixed with airy jazz guitar chords and these electronic psychedelic effects.
However,
Thundercat does bring a lot more energy on this project, as there's a lot more upbeat allegro productions compared to his last album Drunk, which was a lot more mellow and chill. Aside from the intro, the first 7 tracks all have this infectiously fast groove that just makes you want to break out into the funky chicken dance. And there are some killer bass lines on this project, like for real, for real. For real. For real, for real, for real. Like, I still can't get over the bass line for How's Sway. This song is basically a quick bass solo, and Thundercat absolutely shreds it with inspiring speed and elegance. The song makes you feel like you're driving on Rainbow Road at the end of Mario Kart. The only thing is, it's one of the shortest tracks on this project at 1 minute and 15 seconds, and I just wish it was a little bit longer, cause damn. The second half of this album is a bit more mellow and somber as the tempos of the tracks seem to slow down and the lyrics get a little bit more intimate. This stark contrast between the first half and the second half really adds a lot of dynamic to the album, which is pretty cool. There's no doubt that the instrumentals on this thing slap, but I feel like at times, Thundercat's mediocre singing makes some of these tracks a little hard to listen to. For pretty much the whole project, Thundercat is singing in this dreamy falsetto, which oftentimes comes across like he's trying a little bit too hard to sound like Prince. Sometimes it's okay, but he's outperformed by pretty much every feature on this thing when it comes to vocal performance. Like on the song Black Qualls that begins with a hook and verse by Thundercat in a very limited vocal range. He also tries to do this funky James Brown-styled screech, but it just comes across as held back and weak. He's also instantly outshined by both Steve Lacy and Childish Gambino as soon as they enter this track. They both have a lot more to offer in terms of vocal range and have a more fine-tuned and confident vocal presence overall. This is also true for the track Fair Chance, where Ty Dolla $ign just really takes over this song with his dynamic vocal runs and just fuller, thicker sound that the song kind of lacks because of its more simple and faintly mixed bass performance. But really, what is this Lil B feature? It was definitely unexpected to hear Lil B on such a mellow, almost divine R&B instrumental, which I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to. I love when artists step out of their comfort zone and try to showcase their versatility, but this ain't it, man. It just sounds like Lil B wasn't quite ready for this verse. He has no vocal range and just sounds completely out of place on this track. It sounds like he was struggling through the whole verse and probably delivered the worst guest performance on the album. However, this song is a tribute to Thundercat's close friend and collaborator Mac Miller, as Ty Dolla $ign actually quotes some of Mac's lyrics from his song Hurt Feelings off of Swimming. Keep my head above water, my eyes are getting bigger, the world is getting smaller, which Thundercat follows up with a bye bye for now, I'll keep holding you down. R.I.P. Mac Miller, for real. This song plays into the theme of existentialism that is very prominent on this record. The intro, Lost in Space / Great Scott / 2226, starts with Thundercat asking if there's anybody there, is there anybody listening? And then he continues to express his feelings of loneliness and the feeling of being lost. It pretty much sounds like a copy of Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. The track is then followed by Interstellar Love, where Thundercat says his compassion is decaying and he's looking to the stars in order to find love again. This is one of the more instrumental tracks on the project, and it features this crazy impromptu-esque saxophone solo by Kamasi Washington over this erratic jazz drum loop that is just incredible. I can listen to it all day. There's even a song called Existential Dread, which, if it's not obvious by the title, it's about existential dread. Here, Thundercat finds himself questioning the meaning of life and trying to cope with the unexpectedness of it. It's actually one of the shortest songs on the record with a runtime of only 52 seconds, and it kind of just acts as this passing, anxious thought about the seemingly pointlessness of life. Also, the album is pretty short overall, with a runtime of 37 minutes and 37 seconds. 37. Fuck. I think the fact that the album was a little bit shorter is actually a good decision on Thundercat's part, just because his vocals can be a little bit obnoxious and some people might have trouble sitting through an hour of him singing. Overall, I'd give this project a 6 out of 10. Look, there's no denying that Thundercat is an incredible bassist, as he delivers some face-melting bass lines on this album. But Thundercat's vocal performance still remains a little lackluster, and he's constantly outshined by the guest features on this project. Anyway, thank you guys for watching as always. If you found this video informative, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want more new music, here's some other releases that came out this weekend. You should check them out. They're pretty good. And I'll be back next week. Thanks, guys. Peace.